Imagine living on a peaceful rural property in Oregon, believing you're doing something beneficial by collecting rainwater. But what if that act, or something that looked like it, eventually leads to jail time? That's exactly what happened to a man named Gary Harrington, and his story became widely misunderstood over time. Let's break this down clearly. Gary Harrington is a resident of Eagle Point, Oregon, a small town in the southern part of the state. Over many years, he built 3 large reservoirs, man-made ponds, on his property. These weren't small rain barrels or simple catchment systems. They were significant structures with earthen dams holding millions of gallons of water. Here's where things get complicated. Under Oregon state law, all water within the state, including rainwater, is considered a public resource. That means you can't just store and use large amounts of it without a legal water right permit. There are exceptions for small-scale rainwater collection, like on your roof or in barrels, which is legal without a permit in Oregon today. But in Harrington's case, he wasn't just collecting a bit of rain. He built dams across channels of water, stopping natural runoff from leaving his land and holding it in reservoirs totaling roughly 40 acre-feet of water, enough to fill nearly 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools. These reservoirs featured boats, docks, and even stocked fish, turning them into recreational ponds rather than simple rainwater systems. State authorities said this large-scale diversion of flowing water and refusal to get proper permits violated Oregon's water rights laws. The legal issues began long before his 2012 sentencing. Officials first tried to enforce the law in 2002, leading to citations and orders for Harrington to drain his ponds. Harrington did drain them once, but then refilled them, leading to continued violations. In 2008, he pled guilty to 1 count and was fined and placed on probation, but again refused to comply fully by opening the gates. When his probation expired, he again closed the valves and reopened the reservoirs, prompting the state to bring new misdemeanor charges. So, when he was sentenced in 2012, it wasn't the first time Harrington had been in court over this. It was the result of more than a decade of refusal to comply with state water laws. In July 2012, a Jackson County jury convicted Harrington on 9 misdemeanor counts related to illegal water use. He was sentenced to 30 days in jail, 3 years of probation, and a $1,500 fine. The court also ordered that his reservoir outlets be kept open, and that the dams ultimately be breached once the water drained. Now here's where the story often gets muddled. It's true Harrington was jailed and fined. It's not true that this was simply punishment for putting out rain barrels. He was convicted because he built large reservoirs without water right permits and blocked water that others legally had rights to. Many viral posts on the internet wrongly claim that Oregon made rainwater collection illegal. But fact-checkers have clarified this is a misunderstanding. Ordinary rainwater collection, like rooftop barrels, is legal in Oregon under current law. This case highlights 2 important realities. 1. Water rights laws can be complicated and vary greatly by region. 2. Large-scale diversion or storage of water isn't treated the same as simple rain capture. So while the story sometimes circulates as man jailed for collecting rainwater, the full context paints a very different picture, one of long conflict with state water authorities, repeated violations, and legal rulings based on public water rights and environmental law. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel for more news like these.